my second speed review for round number 5. Hello, my name is Alex Does F1 Stuff and welcome to another speed review, my second ever speed review for round number 5. I have not done a speed review for rounds 1, 2 or 3 because I didn't think I was going to start doing them. But they're quite fun, they are a lot of fun to do. And again, we are back at Silverstone for round number 5 for the 70th anniversary Grand Prix. It is going to be another banger. So the aim of this series is to review the entirety of this race weekend in as quick a time as possible. So without further ado, we will start the review now. So we start with Hulkenberg standing in once again for Sergio Perez at Racing Point ahead of the 70th anniversary Grand Prix. And also, Racing Point have been deducted 15 points and fined heavily as the Renault protest into the car legality was upheld. But with all of that news out of the way, we will jump straight on into practice 1, dominated by the Mercedes pair with Bottas leading Hamilton, from Verstappen 7/10ths back from Hulkenberg, Albon between the two Ferraris, then Stroll, Ocon between the two Alfa Romeos, Grosjean between the two McLarens, then the two Williams, Ricciardo down in P17, Raikkonen, Kubica in the car for Alfa Romeo and Magnussen last. Practice 2 slightly more eventful, Hamilton leading from Bottas from Ricciardo this time, Verstappen 4th, then the two Racing Points, Leclerc, the two McLarens, Ocon in the Renault, then Albon outside of the top 10, the two AlphaTauris, Vettel who had an engine issue down in P14, Grosjean, Russell, Raikkonen, Magnussen and Latifi, with Giovinazzi rounding off the field. And practice 3 before qualifying is again led by the Mercedes pair. Hamilton from Bottas from Norris now P3, 3 different third place runners in 3 different practice sessions. Then the two Racing Points, Leclerc, the two Red Bulls possibly struggling, then Ocon, Sainz, the two AlphaTauris, Vettel still struggling down in P13, then Ricciardo, Grosjean, the two Williams, the two Alfa Romeos and Magnussen once again last. And with practice out of the way, we move to qualifying, and Q1 out is Kvyat, Magnussen, Latifi and the two Alfa Romeos, with Kimi Raikkonen once again starting last for the second time in his career. However, Esteban Ocon has been penalised 3 places for impeding George Russell on a quick lap. However, looking at the picture, there's not a great deal of space that he could switch into, but still penalised nonetheless. And we head to Q2. Out is Ocon. He will drop 3 places. Then Vettel on the soft tyre, out in Q2. Sainz as well in the McLaren, Grosjean and Russell who made it through to Q2 for the 4th consecutive race. And finally, Q3, dominated by Mercedes, but it is Valtteri Bottas who takes pole position from Lewis Hamilton from Hulkenberg, from Verstappen in 4th place, then Ricciardo, Stroll, Gasly, Leclerc, Albon and Norris. Star of the show has to be Hulkenberg. And with qualifying out of the way, we move to the race, which is won by Max Verstappen. Mercedes win rate has come down, they've finally been defeated, but Hamilton is P2 from Bottas in 3rd place. Leclerc is an incredible 4th for Ferrari, with Albon 5th, 40 seconds off of his teammates. But Racing Point struggled, started P3 and P6 with Hulkenberg and Stroll, but they struggled. Ocon down in P8, Norris as well struggling in P9 with Kvyat rounding off your point scorers. Then you've got Gasly and Vettel who spun again on his own. Vettel down in P12, Sainz out of the points, Ricciardo out of the points, Raikkonen, Grosjean, Giovinazzi, the two Williams were outraced by everybody apart from Magnussen who failed to finish. And then finally we move to the championships. It is Lewis Hamilton still leading the way from Max Verstappen now P2, 30 points clear still, Bottas now 3rd, Leclerc has moved up ahead of Norris to 4th place, Albon is 6th, then the two Racing Points, the two Renaults, Sainz, Gasly, Vettel, Hulkenberg, Giovinazzi, Kvyat, Magnussen, Latifi, Raikkonen, Russell, Grosjean. And in the Constructors, the gap to Mercedes is still hovering in the high 60s, but Ferrari are now 3rd, moving above McLaren, and Racing Point, after their 15-point deduction, move back ahead of Renault. They will not be happy with that. Then it's the two Alpha cars, then Haas, then Williams. And looking at some visualizations of this, we can see clearly the move ahead from Verstappen into second place, as also Leclerc pokes his head above that mess of the midfield. As for the Constructors' Championship, the gap to Mercedes is still the same. They are still leading the way, but Red Bull have definitely poked their head way above the midfield now, as it is still a very closely fought battle. And that is the review all done. 4 minutes, 38 seconds, 0.60. Ah, God, right. What was that, like 5 takes? Ay. Well, we got there. 5 takes. And we did it. But that is all I've got for you today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed that quick review there. There will be a longer one out reviewing the whole race weekend, which will hopefully come out later on Monday, between 30 and 40 minutes. But that is all I've got for you today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video with whatever and whenever I decide to make it. I'll see you guys then.